Hello, beautiful souls. Look at the fabulous shirt that I got in Bali back in 2007. So, have things changed since then? Have you changed since then? You know, I'm reflecting just now on where am I going next and what are my travels going to be like. And in doing that, what I looked back on and what you may or may not know about me is that in 1997, I quit my day job. I felt compelled, called. I could not any longer do therapy. I was a psychotherapist. I couldn't do therapy like that anymore. Talking about things without a plan to make a change just wasn't, it wasn't working. It wasn't happening. And so what I did was I had learned shamanic practices. So I quit so that I could help you walk through pain and confusion so you can reach clarity and freedom. And you know, it seems like right now is a great time for us to get clear. What's important to you? You know, my journey hasn't been without challenges. At one point, I lost my home, not due to financial hardship, but accusations of cultural appropriation. As a white woman teaching shamanic wisdom, I felt judged. I felt misunderstood. I found myself ultimately forced out of my home. I was forced to start over with nothing. Hey, Robert, with nothing but my spirit, my fierce determination, my practices, and my unwavering belief in this transformative modality that I teach. I believe in this path. This is why I walk it. And what I find is that when I'm having challenges, these very practices that I learned provide me solutions. They provide me perspectives that I don't have from this place. And usually it's a higher perspective. So when I have something going on, and I had something going on this morning, I'm looking at where am I going? And that all begins with who am I? And then what do I want? And who am I here to serve? So I started looking at those questions, and I found myself doing some shadow work, things that I thought I had overcome. So use this opportunity right now for you to dig deep. It's okay for us to wallow in the shadow, to walk in the shadow. As a matter of fact, it's even better than okay. It is necessary for us to look at our shadow sides. You know, years ago, I would say to my students, if you see my hand start to shake like this, look out, because I will grow 9-inch nails. And it was good for me to understand that. It was good for me to know my growing edge, to know how far I have come and how much further I have to go. So don't be afraid of diving into your shadow side. Get to know that part of you. You know, it's all great and wonderful to be upbeat and all like that, but the other side of you gives, well, for me, it gives me strength. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. So here's the deal. When I do this, what happens for me physically? I'll tell you. Well, today I was going through a process. I was going like, okay, so first of all, do I believe I can have a dream life? And my belief was just slightly half, 5.5 out of 10. And I was like, really? Huh, how about that? Then I said, do I believe I can create it? I'm an 8 out of 10 for that. And then I started looking at the difference between having and creating. When you have something, you possess it. And as a matter of fact, after you possess it, let's say it's a house. After you possess it for a while, guess what? You're its possession. So do I believe that I can have it? Not so much. Do I believe I can create it? Yes. So I asked in a journey, how is that a discrepancy? And you know what I found? I found some old wounds that I thought I had dealt with. Where they showed up is on the back of my sternum. I started to feel the fire. You know, there's a book called Fire in the Belly. Hi, Pam. Hey, Jennifer. Nice to see you. Hey, Kaylin. So here's the thing. When you go into a journey, I had this idea. Well, what's the discrepancy between thinking that I can't have this, but I can create it? And so what got burned away is some really old stuff. It's like 50 years old, but I felt it in my body. My body actually did, while I was laying there with my eye covering, because that's the way that I like to do that. What my body actually did was this. My left arm went up and my right arm went down. I was laying down. And so what I recall from this is that, first of all, namaste and thank you and gratitude. But what I also recall from this is that is the magician card in the tarot. So right now, we all have the opportunity to be magicians. And we get to create. You may not believe you can have something, but you might believe you can create it. So when I went into the discrepancy, I asked, show me what I needed to know. Everyone was standing around me. All my guides were there, my ancestors, my protection. And what happened was I got a huge extraction. I felt it in my body. I felt it burning up inside. I opened my mouth and I did a big exhalation to get this out of my body. The thing about us holding on to stuff from the past, known, unknown, seen, unseen, heard, unheard, all of that, is that it affects every cell of our body. What then happens is that, well, we have damaged cells. We've got hurt cells. And those things, those hurt cells make another hurt cell. That makes another hurt cell. That makes another hurt cell. So when we do shamanic practices, when we learn how to journey, how to take our challenges, our woes, our oh my's to journey, and then we listen, what we get is a visualization. We not only get the information, and sometimes we get extractions, sometimes we get things brought to us. We not only get that, but we get a different perspective. We get a vision of what's possible. So live in, back in soul seed. No, soul food, yes. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here. Now, I think that it's important that we use this potent time right now to look at our shadows and to know that one of the reasons we're called light workers and we're enlightened is because we have the ability to lighten things up, to allow them to pass through us, to not hold on to them, not to have it. Oh, so there's a beautiful little thing. Don't hold on to my dream life. Let it morph, let it change, let it be more than I can imagine right now. So I hope this is helpful for you. Spiritual Warriors. Join me. I put out a teaching every Wednesday there. Some lovely stuff. And I'm going to be doing a web class soon so that we can lighten up, brighten up, so we can be up and not feel beaten up. All right, everyone. So take a nice deep breath. Hang on one second while I figure out where to put my drum. Hold on. I can look at the blank wall because it all starts with that, right? All creation starts in the dark. All creation starts in a void. And as women, we are creatrixes. Word. All right, so energize your hand. Place your hands on your heart. Take a nice deep breath. And I open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. One more time. I open fully and freely to give. Give it away, give it away, give it away. Look at all my hands back there. Accept big old bowls with your hands and embrace, put it in your heart. All the good the universe has for me. One more time. I open fully and freely to give, accept, and embrace all the good the universe has for me. Namaste, aho, bliss, and in case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. Love ya. See ya. Bye.